lot of emotional disturbance, and this is measured in terms of frequency. In the FIRE acronym, F stands for frequency. How frequently go through emotional disturbance. Now, what is the cause of emotional disturbance? We say this person is the cause, that person is the cause. Vedanta says no, none of these are cause. Advaitam pashyati bhayam bhavati. Wherever we see the duality, there's a fear. And fear is the root of all emotions. Dvaita means something other than me, somebody other than me. For example, when I see my daughter, she is not other, she is mine. So I won't feel stress. I don't feel emotional disturbance. Maybe I feel angry because of there's something they've done, but it doesn't cause unnecessary disturbance in me. When I meet my friend, there's no unnecessary disturbance because they belong to the category called I, me, mine. I means ahankara, me means mahankara, mine means mamakara. In ahankara, mamakara range, if something calls, unnecessary disturbance will not come. Fear will not come. But if somebody other comes who doesn't belong to this category, I, me, mine, is other. And wherever there's other, they said possibility of stress and disturbance. How do we come out of this? First, we have to understand the concept of other is in the mind only. Something happened 10 years back. When the person comes in front, we superimpose. That means image of the person, we superimpose on the person. The moment image comes, there's a stress develops in us. The person doesn't create a stress. The image of the person creates a stress. Image is getting superimposed on the present reality. Present moment reality is completely different from what happened 10 years back. It's nothing to do with that. We are not living in the present moment reality. Our image is coming up and causing us disturbance. Now, let us understand what's happened to the image. If you mind or consider the mind as one whole, this is our mind, let's say. So one part of the mind says, there's an image coming in one part of the mind. I don't like this person. We have a labeling of the world. One part of the mind has all I don't likes, Desha. Another part of the mind, I like raga. So our mind is, two parts are there. Raga and Desha compartments are there. I like, I dislike, I hate. When people, most of the modern day today language, people say, I hate this. The moment I hear, I feel why these people are damaging themselves. You are creating a compartment in the mind called hate, compartment in the mind called love. So this love and hate in your one mind, how two contrary things can exist, that starts splitting the mind. Your mind is getting torn between the love and hate. That's why in spirituality, first principle in spirituality is come out of raga and dvesha. If you don't come out of raga and dvesha, not because of the other person, because of you, your mind peace is completely disturbed. Raga, dvesha. I like, I don't like. Attraction, raga, dvesha. Or repulsion. The mind is torn between the two. And this mind which is split within, how can I have a peace? The mind is restless all the time. The first principle of spirituality is come out of raga and dvesha. But they don't tell you how to do. Raga and dvesha is possible when ahankara, mamakara is, you go beyond ahankara and mamakara. How do you go beyond ahankara, mamakara? You have to get enlightened. You have to go to non-duality. But that's a large task for most of the people. Go to non-duality. It's not simple. Maybe for some people it's simple. For some people it's complicated. For that, the solution is see one in all. See God in all. Learn how to see God in all and deal with the God rather than the person. Person is illusion. This body is just a vehicle. Body is not the person. The Jivatma residing in the body is the person. So Jivatma is none other than the God, Ishvara, appearing in that body. So no. How I can love a person? How can there be God in this person? He is evil. Everybody's body is operated by the Ishvara, universal consciousness. The driver is universal consciousness. The body or the vehicle can have deficiency. For example, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, see God in tiger. See God in the cow. But tiger God, you do namaskar from far away. Cow God, you do namaskar from close by. Your dealing may be different. Dealing may be occasion. But the moment you see tiger, God in tiger, there's a fear factor is gone. The fear is not there. You'll deal properly. Unnecessarily stress is created within your system, fear, that is gone. You'll deal how to deal with the tiger, you'll deal. Similarly, if you are able to see God in all people whom you come in contact, stress will be less in your mind. And mind will not be split. The mind is already torn. The split mind will start healing. The only way to start healing the split mind is to understand Ishavasya Upanishad sloka. Ishavasya vidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Everything in the world is pervaded by Ishvara. Are we able to see Ishvara in every living being? Definitely is possible. Is it practical? Definitely is practical. So the moment you start doing that, your mind starts healing. No, my mind is restless. Mind is restless because you have two compartments in the mind, each fighting with each other. Raga and Dvesha compartment. Remove that. Only God compartment you put in your mind, you're free. How do you put God in your mind? First, invoke God in your heart. You can invoke God as an image, a mantra, whatever is that. In your heart center, there are three centers in our body: Manipura center, Anahata center, Atma center. Manipura center is called Kriya Shakti, Anahata center is called Icha Shakti, this is called Gnana Shakti. So in these three centers, invoke the image of Guru, invoke the image of deity, or invoke a mantra in these centers. The moment you do that, the frozen energy in the center starts releasing. The chest center, the Manipura center is about fear center. The fear will start dissolving. Anahata center is about emotions. Emotions will start dissolving. And Adna is about identity, self-identity. So they start loosening up. Invoke God in the three centers of your body. Invoke God in person whom you don't like and whom you like. Raga and Dvesha you drop. You have only one interaction, one connection with God only. God in you, interaction with God in others. With that, a deep healing happens in you. Finally, full enlightenment happens where you go beyond duality, that's fine. In duality, start seeing one in all, one God in all. You can use an image, you can use a deity, you can use a mantra, but ultimately in three centers, you know God in yourself and in others whom you call. The moment you do that, your fear factor, your emotional disturbance will come down. You will interact normally. What is required for the situation, you will do that. So don't do it Yuddha Kale Shastra Abhyasa. When that person comes in front of me, I'll do it. No. Daily as a practice, as puja, do this. Please understand that every situation in your life is a blessing. You have so many disturbances with your friends and relatives or enemies. That's a blessing for you because that's a pointer to you, coming to you. You are getting disturbed because you are not seeing God. It's a reminder from God, alarm clock from the God, to learn how to see God in all living beings. See one in all. Once you see one in all, there's no Dvaita. Yad Dvaitam Pashyati Bhayam Bhavait. Where you see the duality, there's a fear. If there's a fear, that means you are not seeing God in everybody. So thank your enemies. Thank your friends who are causing disturbance. Thank your relatives who are causing disturbance. They are reminding you you are missing God in your life. See God in all and be free from emotional disturbance. The split mind will heal. Others' mind has a raga dvesha compartment. It's terrible. It will leave a lot of impressions. heal the split mind by learning how to seek God. And please understand, this is not going non-duality. It's in Maya only. In the domain of Maya, learn, respect God in everybody. Respecting God in everybody. The God interacts with God. That's actually blissful. Any questions? Yeah, the split mind is terrible. See, you can understand, mind is constantly getting pulled and pushed in like this. And the mind, which is actually raga, dvesha, the split in the mind causes lot of hormonal changes in the body. Body also gets diseased. You can see if the mind is stressful, there are diseases in the body. And also, in my opinion, the split mind causes a lot of psychological disorders. Raga, dvesha, like and dislike within you. What happened? Bipolar disorder, mood swings. Then too much of split is there. Schizophrenia, split mind, restlessness, what we call as depression. Many things will happen. Heal yourself. Find God in yourself and others. Start with everyday prayer. God in me, invoke God in your three centers. Feel blissful. And remember who are causing you disturbance, invoke God in them also. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu should be our prayer in the morning. May all beings be happy. So what happens when this happens? I'll give you an extreme example. Buddha goes in front of terrorist called Angulimala. Everybody is afraid of Angulimala. But Buddha is peace embodiment. The Angulimala gets transformed. So do not be under the impression that tomorrow you will be Buddha by invoking God in yourself. But what will happen to you, first level, is you will not be split inside. You will not be split personality. You will be healed inside. Possibly one day it will heal others also. But at least heal yourself. See God in everybody. Be peaceful.
When we are looking at a tiger, yes, I can invoke God in the tiger. I can say it is consciousness. It is driven by the consciousness. So it is the same as me. The driving force is the same. Everything is the same. But again, there is something called the nature or behavior of that particular animal. So with that respect, again, you would say, because the nature of fire is to burn, and the nature of tiger is to harm, the person definitely has to move away from the tiger.
Yeah.
So when you are anyway invoking God, and here in real life we rarely face a tiger. It is people.
Yeah.
And people, I can always say that whatever is in me is there in the other person, as consciousness, as existence, as Ananta. Now, how do I get into that understand that behavior which I am moving away from?
I didn't understand what you're moving away from. What?
See, from the tiger, why do we go away from a tiger, Prabhuji? Though it is God.
Why do you go away from tiger is when the tiger tries to tiger you have a respect. See, tiger invokes two things in you. One is it invokes terrible fear. Okay, terrible fear will make you freeze, so you will not be able to move.
Okay,
or you will run away, whatever is that. Okay, but primarily we are trying to see there's an emotional disturbance coming into you which is harmful to you more than killing the tiger.
Yeah,
more than tiger killing you. Okay, so there's a story I'll tell you. Okay, so one day a saint was meditating and he saw in the meditation one germ comes. Germ means that like corona virus. So the saint asks coronavirus virus, why are you coming? The virus says, I am coming here to kill people. So saint says, don't kill people. Okay, so germ says, I have been destined by my destiny is to kill people. Then saint says, don't kill too many people. Germ promises him, I'll kill only 3 people. I won't kill more. Within a week, 150 people die in the village. The saint is angry. He calls Germ. Why did you kill 150 people? Germ said, no, I didn't kill 150 people. I killed only 3 people. Then 147 people died out of fear. I didn't do that. So tiger killing you is okay. One way death end is okay. But we die moment to moment out of fear. So the whole purpose of seeing God in tiger is our fear reactions come down. And what is the appropriate action? Maybe running away or fighting with the tiger will happen. Action. Are we clear?
Yeah. So you're saying appropriate action is okay, even if it means
your mind will be
peaceful.
going into emotional disturbance, anger, fear, jealousy, hatred. Your actions will not be appropriate. If seeing the God in everybody, your actions will be appropriate. Your emotional disturbance will be less. Your mind will be calm.
Yeah.
What is the right action will happen?
By seeing God in everyone, the appropriate action will be taken. The action may be to run away, fight or flight or freeze, whatever, or any other action also may be appropriate.
Emotional disturbance will not be there. Peace will be there. Are we clear?
Yeah. And what about the result of that to the other person, Prabhuji? In case, it may be an appropriate action to me.
I'm saying, if you are seeing God in you and other person, whatever the right thing will happen. Don't worry about what is the right thing. When the otherwise the actions are overreactions or underreactions or emotional reactions, now that is a calm, peaceful reaction will happen. Peaceful action will happen. Whatever is the result is best for both.
Yeah.
Right? So when you know God, see, now I told you start with that you have a son, you don't feel separation. That's why no stressful hormones will be produced in your body. But if you see enemy, stressful hormones will be produced in you, right? So we are trying to reduce our emotional disturbance by seeing God. By seeing God, we can see God in everybody. But for my son, only my son, I can see my son. But for enemy, I can't see. God is universal. Seeing the universal in everybody, we all belong to children of God. Children of God are brothers and sisters. So that's where the calmness will come. We are related spiritually. So that's what we are trying to bring the understanding.
So everyone is related spiritually and karmically also. The karmic connection also, since...
So when you bring in the God, the karmic connection goes to side. Karmic connections when you're a human, we are considering at human level. Related, all are spiritually related, all are brothers and sisters. That's why in Sanskrit there's this thing we call it Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family because we are all children of God. So because we are creating children of God, a lot of emotional disturbances, fights are happening within us. Any questions? How do you invoke the God is the question. You are doing it every day. In puja room, you are going in front of a photo. Hey Bhagavan, protect me. What are you doing? You are invoking God in the Bhagavan's photo. If you are able to invoke photo, you can invoke in the stone also. You can invoke within you also. You can invoke in anybody. Whatever methodology you are doing for invoking God in Bhagavan's photo, you same method use. It can be image, it can be imagination, it can be verbalization, it can be mantra, japa. What method you use? Okay, you go to a sculpture, a beautiful sculpture of God. It's a stone. In that you are invoking God, you are prostrating, you are praying. What are you doing? You are invoking God, divinity in that. You are able to invoke divinity in stone. Why not in human beings? Why not in animals? Why not in nature? A living being is much more conscious than a stone. If you are able to invoke God in a stone, why not invoke a God in a human being? You don't have to tell. I mean, if somebody's enemy is coming, you don't have to feel it, fall at feet and prostrate. Oh, Bhagavan, protect me. You don't have to do that. In your mental imagination, you have to invoke God. When you do God in photo, you are doing in your mental imagination, invoking God in the photo. You are thinking it what? Mentally, you are creating a space for God. When you are praying, what you are doing? You are mentally creating, oh, God is in this stone. So mentally, you are creating the presence of God in the stone, a sculpture. So mentally, bring the presence of God in all people whom you interact. Your emotional response will come down. Your mind will be calm and peaceful. First, bring God in your own body-mind complex. Then bring in somebody else also. And this you practice every day. This Yuddha Kala Shastra won't work. Oh, that person came, Guruji told me I'll have to invoke God. I am not able to invoke God because you didn't practice it. You have to practice it. You have practiced so many years, you have practiced otherness. Raga and Dvesha you have practiced. Come out of the Raga Dvesha. See God in everybody and be peaceful. See one in all and be peaceful.
Any sort of fear, definitely it arises from Dvaita, the division.
Duality, yeah.
What I am and the duality, what I am, the other one is not that. So it does not belong to me, or it is different from me, is what causes fear, which may lead to the fight or flight or freeze type of a response.
Correct.
But in general, I mean, when you say the only solution is to invoke the deity, invoking deity in myself is much more easier than invoking the deity in the other person. Even in a rock, it is fine, Prabhuji, because the rock does not have a different nature of its own.
This is your misconception. Stone has only one aspect of God called existence. In that you are able to invoke God.
Yeah.
A living being, human being, is a consciousness aspect of God is also there. It should be much easier. See, God is nothing but Sat, Chit, Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss. In stone, you cannot find consciousness. You can only find existence. In that, you are able to invoke God. That means out of three characteristics, only one aspect is there. In living beings, there are two aspects at least. Chit, consciousness is there. And sometimes there Ananda is also there. Happiness is also there. Somebody has a name called Ananda also. Yeah. Okay. So it's actually it's a clarity of your mind which makes a difference, not the invoking.
But then, the clarity of the mind is true. When you look at any form like a rock or anything, there is no particular thing that makes you doubt the existence or I mean, I can definitely, as we have been doing since time immemorial, rocks are treated as gods. So there is no doubt about it. But treating a person or invoking a complete divinity in a person, the moment there is an invoking, there is also a particular behavior. Just like, for example, I'm just saying, Prabhuji, in case of Ravana, Ravana also is divine. He is existence, consciousness, bliss. But the behavior of Ravana, how can we justify the behavior of Ravana?
So you don't have to justify the behavior of Ravana because you are not a fan of Ravana. And Rama never had anger with Ravana. Rama is called Ajata Shatru. Rama has no enemies. But Ravana had an enemy called Rama. There's a difference. Rama is Ajata Shatru, means Ravana is not enemy. Rama is divine, self only. So that way Rama's mind is not at all split. Rama's mind is always peaceful. That's why it's called Rama. Rama means bliss. If Rama's mind has a Ravana as enemy, then it will be different. Rama sees divine in Ravana, but he treats the action of Ravana appropriately. Like you see divine in tiger, but treat the action of tiger appropriately. So what you are protecting is your inner peace. Now you can give 100 reasons justifying the stone as God, but not human being. So you are actually have to understand human being. What you call as human being is not human being. It's a vehicle. Body is a vehicle. The driver is the God. The vehicle can have a response. A tiger can have tiger response. A cat can have cat response. Ultimately, inner consciousness is God. You are recognizing, dealing with inner consciousness, not the vehicle. So this is a correction you are understanding, correction in dealing with your life for your own safety, for your own peace. So you need to understand the vehicle can have certain responses, but the driver is consciousness, God. So you are dealing with the driver, not with the vehicle. Vehicle you deal appropriately. Vehicle of a tiger will eat you, but God inside you is what you are seeing as oneness.
Yeah. So the behavior
Separate out action from the person. The person, real person is not the body and mind. Real person is the God. Okay, deal with the God, but deal with the actions. Separate out the person from the actions.
So the action should be answered appropriately as an action, not as a reaction.
Correct.
As a more conscious action, and what is inherently there is only God.
Right. Gita chapter 5, shloka 18, I'll chant. Repeat. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva shopakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. Bhagavad Gita chapter 5, shloka 18. So a panditaha means a wise one, enlightened one, or gnani. He'll see vidya vinaya sampanne, very educated, very humble, a graduate of a university, a brahmana, a cow, a elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. All of them, he sees samadarshanaha. That means samadarshana means he sees God in all. But he doesn't treat them equally. Treatment will be done for the vyavaharika. So he separates sees the God in all. That's why his mind is peaceful and calm. His mind, there's no emotional disturbance. So dog, he will give a roti, or he will feed some bread outside the house. A cow, he will bring and give food for a cow and do namaskara. He doesn't do namaskara for dog. It's not vyavaharika, transactional. He sees a well-educated man, gives him respect, brings to the house, give him food. And he gives looks at a dog eater and gives him some food outside. So his dealing, vyavaharika dealing, will be appropriate to the occasion, but deep inside he sees samadarshinaha, sees God in everybody. By seeing God in everybody, your mental peace is protected. He is peaceful. Mind is not split. Are we clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Mental peace is protected is right.
Otherwise, if you create a compartment called raga and dvesh in your mind, the mind is split. The split mind goes through emotional disturbance, psychiatric disturbance. Finally, split mind will happen, schizophrenia or mental disorder. So let me give the analogy. A patient has come to the doctor. The patient has cancer. When doctor treats the patient, he'll cut open the cancer and destroy it. Doctor has no hatred for the cancer. Doctor has dealing it professionally. So when Rama meets Ravana, Rama is dealing Ravana professionally as a Kshatriya. What should be done for his action? Ravana is divine inherently, and his actions are harmful because of the vehicle called Ravana. So Rama is dealing with that. Now is Rama is Ajata Shatru. In Rama's mind, there's no enemy. So Rama's mind is peaceful, calm. What is required, he'll do. So he is dealing with the action. I mean, in dealing with the action, his fear is there. Yes, he's there. He may be there. Deal with it properly. Actions are in the present moment, but image of Ravana, if it disturbs you, disturbs Rama every day, mentally his peace is disturbed. Ravana's image doesn't disturb Ravana. Action is in the present moment. Action is dealt with the action in the present moment. So please understand, Image is from the past and future. Action is the present moment. So question is, you are dealing with the image of a person or action of a person. If you're action of a person, you'll deal in the present moment. Image of the person, you are dealing every day, you'll have a nightmare of this person I don't like, this person I. You are creating a split in the mind, which will give to a lot of mental stress. There's a difference in dealing with the action, and there is a difference in dealing with the image. Image is past, present, and future. Past and future will create image which will haunt you. Whereas action is in the present moment. Present moment, right action is sufficient. Yeah, go ahead.
Generally, when you're talking about the image of the person, the moment a thought comes about the person, even if the person does not come in front of us, the thought of the person in the mind itself, the image creates a lot of um, uh, all the past impressions about the person come up. And also at the same time, the future, I mean, fear about the future also about the same person comes up. Like, what if the same thing happens again? What if this person says or does the same thing again? What is my new reaction going to be? So this type of thought process comes up in the mind, which creates either a fight or flight or freeze. That freeze attitude comes up, because of which there's a lot of tension.
Right.
It is the image is only about the past or the future.
Image is in your mind, my dear.
Yes.
Past and future image is in your mind. You are fighting with your own mind internally.
But at that moment, it was the recording of the reality only, no, Prabhuji.
I think at that moment of recality, the person you had a fight with him last 10 years back, today he is a saint. Even the saint comes in front of you, you'll start seeing all past images and superimposing on the present moment. You're not living in the present moment reality. When you don't live in the present moment, you're mentally havoc. So I'm not speaking, don't bring the past and future. I'm saying live in the present moment. If you're able to live in the present moment, life is very different.
But the example you are saying is the person becoming a saint. It is not necessary that every person becomes a saint. It may be the same.
I'm saying the present moment reality, you have to deal as it is based on the action, not based on the past or future. If you're dealing with the past and future, your mind is in hallucinating. See, it is like this. The husband and wife, in the beginning of year marriage, they talk to each other. After 20 years of marriage, there's no talk. Before the husband opens the mic, wife also knows what he is speaking. And before what wife is giving answer, husband knows. Both of them have mental conversations. They say, I don't want to talk. Both mental images are talking to each other. They don't live now. They live in the memories and images. Start living in the present moment. Your life will be very different. How it will be, you have to experience it. Right now, you experience of only illusionary reality. Living in the present moment, it brings you to reality. Your response to that person will be very different from what is the past or future. The present moment is the only reality which you have. That we spoil beginning with the past and future. Same person comes to the present moment also. Your response will be more appropriate, more different, depending on your present moment awareness.
This is right, Prabhuji. But suppose this is 1 minute. Okay. In this 1 minute, what is happening is a recording. Okay. The second minute again is a present moment. Do you say, no, let us not talk about 10 years, but 1 minute before, 1 minute after, again it is the present moment. So how does the image, I mean, that the past recording of 1 minute not affect?
Satyalata, you are asking a hypothetical question because you have never lived in the present moment. First, okay, you live in the illusion only. Okay, your questions are coming from the illusion. Start living in the present moment based on my teaching. Then you will understand how different the life is. So your attempt is not to justify your past, not to justify your illusions. Your attempt should be to go towards reality. I'm trying to tell you, if you want to heal your split mind, living in the present moment is reality. Make an attempt to that.
Yeah. So living in the present moment, not encouraging the image, not encouraging the picture of a past happening to come up, but looking at the present moment as a fresh moment. It is like it is it is something born just now with no past or no future.
Then your reactions will be, response will be very fresh. It will be when the actions and response are fresh, the person's behavior also will be fresh, different. So right now you don't have experience of that because you never live in the present moment. When you don't live in the present moment, you are always living in the past or future, which is illusionary. Your questions are coming from illusionary background. I don't have answer for that.
So action should be towards action to action, and there is no image, past or future image is not there. Action to action, there is no disturbance.
There's no disturbance. If your mind is disturbed, that means you are not living in the present moment. Your mind is split between the past and future, between the raga and dvesha. Its mind is split. Split mind cannot give a right response. So, but what I'll do, you'll find a fault with the other person. This person's problem. Without understanding the problem is there as an image in your mind. Other person is never a problem. The other person is an opportunity for you to find God in you and other person. Your other person is never a problem. It's an opportunity for you to heal yourself.
Yeah, that is very true, Prabhuji. Any situation is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Any situation. This concept of invoking God, it should be practiced every moment, so that even at that moment there is no pictures or images that are coming, and there is only the present moment, present situation, which will be handled action to action.
So just remember, God comes in various forms, as a friend, as an enemy, as a disturbing situation, to remind you of God. Then you are free.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. We stop at this point.